Hey there, welcome back to the channel. Let me ask you a question. Have you ever held yourself back, not because you didn't have the talent, the skill, or the drive, but because you were afraid to fail? You're not alone. Today's video is going to change the way you see failure forever. Failure isn't the end, it's just the beginning. Learn why embracing imperfection is the key to unlocking your true potential and achieving lasting success. Grab a notebook, open your heart, and get ready to let go of the fear that's been holding you back. Let's dive in. Overcoming fear of failure. Embracing imperfection fear. It whispers in the back of your mind, what if you fail? What will they think? What if you're just not good enough? In today's hyper-connected world, the fear of failure has evolved into a silent epidemic. Social media floods us with highlight reels, perfect bodies, flawless careers, ideal relationships, and we're left comparing our behind the scenes to everyone else's greatest hits. The pressure to succeed is suffocating. We live in a time when perfection is glorified and imperfection is hidden. It's no wonder we're paralyzed by fear. But what's the cost? Fear of failure isn't just a thought, it's a weight. It shows up in our lives in sneaky, damaging ways. Procrastination, putting things off to avoid the risk of failing at them. Self-doubt, questioning every decision, never feeling good enough. Inaction, not trying at all because the pain of failure feels greater than the joy of potential success. That blog you never launched, the business idea you abandoned, the love you never pursued, the life you never truly lived, all because fear said, don't risk it. Let's be clear, failure isn't the real enemy. It's the fear of failure that's keeping you stuck. We've been told a lie, that failure is the opposite of success. The truth? Failure is a necessary part of success. Every person who's ever achieved something meaningful has failed many times. What separates them from the rest isn't perfection. It's persistence. Elon Musk, his first rockets failed spectacularly, costing millions. Did he quit? No. He called failure the best teacher. Today, SpaceX launches rockets into space, lands them, J.K. Rowling rejected by 12 publishers. Broke, depressed, she kept writing. Today, she's the author of one of the most beloved book series of all time. Steve Jobs fired from his own company. Came back, reinvented the world of technology. They didn't avoid failure, they used it. They saw failure not as a dead end, but a redirection. So how do you make that shift? By changing the story you tell yourself. Instead of thinking, I failed, therefore I'm a failure, say, I failed, therefore I'm learning. Each failure gives you feedback, experience, clarity, direction. Mistakes are data. Missteps are guidance. The more you fail, the more you learn what not to do, and that is priceless. The foundation of overcoming fear of failure is developing a growth mindset, the belief that your abilities are not fixed, but can be developed through effort, learning, and resilience. Let's address the inner critic. It says things like, I'm not good enough. I'll never get this right. Why even try? Recognize those as lies. Every time you let those beliefs run unchecked, they reinforce a fixed mindset, one that sees failure as proof that you're broken. Instead, challenge them. I'm learning. I've failed, but that's a part of the process. This doesn't define me. It's not about being perfect. It's about being kind to yourself when you're not. The most successful people are not the harshest with themselves when they fail. They're the most compassionate. They don't say, I suck. They say, I slipped. Let's try again. Resilience isn't about being unbreakable. It's about being able to bend without snapping, falling without quitting. Celebrate small wins. Each time you show up, each effort you make, each lesson you learn counts. Your internal voice is either a cheerleader or a critic. Which one are you listening to? Replace, "This will never work," gives, "Let's see what I can learn from this." "I always mess up," gives, "I'm making progress." "Every time I try, I'm not cut out for this," gives, "I'm growing stronger with each attempt." Words shape beliefs. Beliefs shape actions. Actions shape your future. Perfection is a prison. If you wait to feel ready, perfect, or fully confident, you'll wait forever. Instead, start messy, start scared, start uncertain. But just start. Overwhelm is one of fear's best friends. If your goal feels massive, your brain goes into shutdown. Solution? Chunk it down. Turn your mountain into pebbles. Want to start a podcast? Record a 1-minute voice memo. Want to run a business? Brainstorm 5 product ideas today. Want to learn a skill? Watch a 10-minute video and practice for 5 minutes. Start small. Build momentum. Motion crushes fear. You don't have to do this alone. Find a tribe. A coach, mentor, friend, or online group that believes in growth and honesty, not perfection. Yourself with people who failed forward and are better for it. Let them hold you accountable. Let them remind you, on the hard days, why you started. Every step forward is a win. Every failure you move through is proof that you're evolving. You don't need external trophies. Your progress is your prize. What happens when you stop fearing failure? You begin to live freely. You stop hiding. You stop hesitating. You stop shrinking. You launch that blog. Speak your truth. Apply for the job. Ask the question. Start again. Creativity flourishes. When you're not afraid of messing up, you take more creative risks, and that's where magic lives. Confidence grows. Not because you never fail, but because you've proven you can survive failure. Connection deepens. When you're real about your imperfections, others feel safe to do the same. Your journey matters. When you rise, when you fall, when you rise again, it's a roadmap for others. By sharing your fears, your failures, and your breakthroughs, you give permission for others to be imperfect too. And that's how we create a world where courage is contagious. The greatest victory isn't avoiding failure. It's living a life unburdened by fear. It's going to bed knowing you gave it your all. It's pursuing your purpose, even if your hands shake. It's looking in the mirror and knowing you're being fully, unapologetically you. You don't have to be perfect to be powerful. You just have to be brave enough to begin. If this message resonated with you, if you're ready to take action despite the fear, to embrace your imperfections, and to step boldly into your potential, then do this. Drop a comment below and say, "I'm ready to fail forward." Like this video if it gave you strength today. Subscribe and turn on notifications. We've got more empowering messages coming your way every week. And remember, you're not here to be perfect. You're here to grow, to rise, and to inspire. Go out there and live courageously. Your best self is waiting. Let's rise together.